You know, I'm starting my own personal Brooklyn Nets post-game rap. Primarily, it's a very selfish reason I'm doing it. Because first of all, I got no life, and I root for these guys for 30 years, and I'm just never happy with the fluff. I hate fluff. I hate this stuff that I hear when we're on the post game. Now, let me just say a couple things. First of all, I'm a Net fan for 30 plus years. I go back to the days when I was in high school when Larry Brown was the coach of the team and then left them with a few weeks to go in the season. Ever since then, I've been a Net fan. Ever since then, I can't stand Larry Brown. But, so nevertheless, I've got issues. I got problems. Because, the Knicks are always the story. The Knicks are always the center of attention. And I'm the second cousin or whatever the heck you want to call it. So it's been a lot easier for me when the Nets are bad because you expect them to be bad. When the Nets got to the finals with Kidd, happiest sports moments of my life, by far. Better than the Yankees winning the World Series, I'm a Yankee fan. The Raiders are my football team, so it's been a long time since they've been good, but even nothing was more gratifying to me when the Nets were good. When they were decent, with the Derek Coleman days, I started to call in to the radio show, the postgame show. That was Bob Papa was the announcer and Michael Corrin was the color. And I would call every day. In fact, it got so cool with those guys. They said when you come to the stadium, come to the arena, stop up and just join us. I used to put the headset on. I used to talk Nets basketball. I was one of like 6 Net fans. I think now there's 12. But anyway, so I'm doing this show for selfish reasons, for my own therapy. And there's a few guys you can blame for this. My buddy Pete, who was the head coach at FDU, he used to listen to me more, but now he has very little tolerance for me because he's the head coach of the basketball team there, and he doesn't have time to listen to me whine about the Nets. So he doesn't answer the phone. And I got like 5 or 6 other buddies who I text during games, and some of them are like, Bob, please leave me alone, I got a life. You don't have a life, but I do. So here I am, talking about the Brooklyn Nets, and the first show I'm doing is about this disaster against the Lakers. Now I'm in Florida right now. I got lucky last night because they were on the NBA channel down here in Florida. So I watched the first half. Now I'm on a business incentive trip. I'm hanging out with other people, so I'm one that I like to watch the game privately because I'm an idiot. I get angry. But I'm at dinner with like 15 people, so I'm looking up and watching the game. I watched the first half, and I'm biting my lip. The Lakers don't have Dwight Howard playing. They don't have Ron Artest. You call him whatever. It's Ron Artest. And they're already a brutally bad defensive team, so here we are, down 9 at the half with another brutal quarter. We have to lead the league in brutal quarters. Brutal quarter, the second quarter. So we go back, finish the dinner, we leave. I watch the third quarter, goes back and forth, head back into the car, head back to the hotel here, and I see it's, tie game with 3 minutes to go. And because I'm in public, I don't want to make a fool of myself. I refuse to watch the rest of it because I don't want to get disgusted. Because I feel like what was going to happen happened. And then here we are, once again, with this same theme. I mean, it doesn't matter if we're home or on the road. We have late quarter collapses, it doesn't matter which quarter, but of course it always hurts more when it's the fourth. I mean, Darren Williams had 6 assists and 5 turnovers last night. Joe Johnson, I think Joe's number should be changed to 19. Why 19? Because he was 4 for 15 last night. And that's what he does just about at least once or twice a week. He goes 4 for 15. Don't put the 4 and the 15 together. We'll just give them, instead of number 7, you got number 19. I mean, can we get a situation where we have our max star players? Can 2 of the 3 of them play well? 2 of the 3. Once a week? Twice a week? Now, I know, listen, I'm going over the top. Of course, Joe Johnson has had great games. He's got some game-winning shots. I like the guy. But 11 points? You got 11 points. Darren Williams, you got 6 assists, 13.6. The Nets as a team scored 83 points against a Laker team, against a Mike D'Antoni team without Dwight Howard and Artest, their 2 best defenders. We got 83 points in your own building. It's getting sickening to watch. So all your records. I mean, when does this team develop a chin? When? Where? I don't see it on the roster. Where is their mental toughness? I love Gerald Wallace. I think he's tough. I think he lacks, ability to score. Doesn't make enough jump shots. He'll be open a lot. But I love what he's got inside. I love what he said a couple of weeks ago when he challenged the Nets. I thought that was good to hear. But we don't have any mental toughness. This team is soft. This team doesn't have fire. And, I hate the Knicks. Hate them. Can't stand them. I'm supposed to. I'm a Net fan. You're supposed to. The Giant fans don't like Jet fans. Yankee fans don't like Met fans. That's the way it is. If you're one of these, I will for both teams. Save it. You're not a real fan. Net fans hate Knick fans. Hate it. Hate them. Not the fans. I got a lot of Knick buddies. I don't hate them. We just hate the Knicks. They got toughness on that team. Obviously Carmelo's a star. That helps. He's a star. But he's also, say what you want. He got into the mess with KG, and that was ridiculous. And I loved the fact that he looked like a fool. But, you like to see a little fight. Tyson Chandler's got fight in him. I feel like Raymond Felton's got fight in him. Of course, we know Jason Kidd is the greatest net ever. He might be 40 years old and at the end of his rope, but he's still got it in him. Where on this Nets roster is there mental toughness? Where is there, other than Gerald Wallace? Some people, you can make a case for Andre Blatch having a little bit of nastiness to him, and he does. But I don't know if there's enough. I mean, to go and lose to a Laker team by 9 points in your own building, the Laker team that is under 500, has a brutal record at home. And to have your 3 stars, one of them showed up, Lopez, obviously he had a brutal stretch to end the game. But Darren Williams and Joe Johnson to once again not show up. Who's guarding you, D. Will? Steve Nash. Oh yeah, Steve Nash. That's a tough defender. Steve Blake, tough defender. What are we kidding me here? What are we kidding? I mean, 6 more and critical turnovers. Turnovers that you just go, what is he doing? Who is he? Where is the guy that played for the Utah Jazz? So listen, I'm an idiot. You're going to criticize me, but this is what after every net game, I'm going to try and do this for my own therapy. You don't even have to watch. It just makes me feel better. I feel like as long as someone is listening to me, because my friends don't want to listen to me anymore. And Bob Papa, who is now the Giant announcer, doesn't do a post-game show anymore. And Michael Corrin, they ruined me, because now all this pent-up anger and frustration stays in me, and I'm not a good person because of it. So this is what I have to do. I got to complain about the Nets. They got to something has to happen with the roster. Something ain't right. I like PJ. I would love to see him get an opportunity beyond this season. But I'm telling you, something is wrong. Something is wrong. And sure, it's in basketball, it's as simple sometimes to say, if you make shots, you make plays, you execute. But there's got to be a little more toughness to the squad. Has to be. And it ain't there right now. All right, leave me alone.